Assalamu alaikum. Today we will start explanation of Surah Al-Baqarah verses 1 through 5. I have made a diagram of the verses in this way to show some themes and some connection between the verses. So in verse 2, we see that Allah is calling for no doubt for this book, which provides guidance. So one of the key themes of Surah Al-Baqarah, as we will see, is guidance. And again, we see in verse 4 that certainty, yaqeen, is required for belief in the hereafter. So you come to this book with no doubt and have certainty in the hereafter, and you will be guided. So verse 3 is also calling for belief in the unseen, which is very important for Allah. So scientists have a hard time with faith because they want to believe in what is seen using the faculties given to us. So because they cannot see the agent or the doer in nature, they say that nature evolved through natural processes. But if you look around in nature and if you look at your own creation, you feel the presence of the Creator, as you know that this creation cannot be random. But Allah does not leave His evidence in nature, or there will be no test in actually finding Him. So even historically, when Allah has shown many miracles in the past with the prophets such as Musa, Isa, alayhi salam, and other prophets, many people would still not believe because miracles too can create doubt, such as, was this magic? Was this an illusion? Or was this the case of godly power present in man on earth? Na'udhu billah, as was the case with Jesus in Christianity. So Allah wants us to not rely on the faculty of seeing. Rather, He calls us to use the faculty or the senses given to the heart, to the qalb, which comprises of faith, of love, and even the ability to reason lies within the heart. So we see this in other verses of the Quran where the heart has faith and also has the ability to reason. So Quran will reveal the truth to the person who's seeking for it. And in order to receive the guidance, the precondition is to be a muttaqoon, as we see in this verse 2, those who fear Allah, those who have God consciousness, those who have taqwa, they are called the muttaqoon. So, if someone is approaching the Quran to contradict it or to follow the ways of the world or to be able to change its laws, then they will not be guided by this Quran. So we need the heart to have taqwa, we need the heart to have knowledge of its creator and recognize who is the author of this book. So we observe that in verse 2, though the translation says this is the book, the actual word is dhalika, that, which is referring to something far away, because there is a written version of the Quran in the Lawhul Mahfuz, the preserved tablet which is with Allah. Now let's look at verse 3 and verse 4 here. We observe two important principles of faith. One is belief and the other is action. So we need the belief or we need the faith relating to all matters of the unseen. So unlike the people that I just mentioned who has to see to believe, you need faith in all the revelations so far, and you need faith in the hereafter. And as we see, with faith, action is required. So you have to establish the prayer, you have to spend, etc. So we see that Surah Baqarah also ends in a similar way. The ending verses, they also discuss faith and dua of the believer. We will discuss verse 285 towards the end of the surah, but it also highlights that you have to have faith in all the revelations. Now verse 5 over here makes a very important point because it connects this guidance present in the Quran for the muttaqun who receive it directly from Allah. So Quran is our connection with Allah, as we see evidence in this verse, which says guidance comes from your Lord, your Creator, through this Quran. And it also states that it is the muttaqun who attains the ultimate success, which is measured by Allah in this regard and not by the measurement of our worldly success. So that concludes this session. Until next time, please like and subscribe and keep watching this series. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.